Y'all killing me with this.
Oh, man. Another episode with a lot of stuff to talk about. And it's going to be a little bit of a wacky episode. Why? Because I have an early morning tomorrow and I took a couple of sleeping pills before I hit the record button. So as soon as these cameras go off, Daddy is going night-night. Oh, man. But in other news, I had a pretty nice time over this past weekend. Got to see Shane Gillis in Greensboro recently, which was very fun. Can't top Shane Gillis. Cannot top Shane Gillis. It was a very top-notch performance. There was a couple dudes. Let me tell you about this, Andy, and those listening at home, of course. So I went and saw Shane Gillis at this theater in downtown Greensboro, North Carolina. And if I don't know if you've ever been to one of these theaters, but you walk in, and if you're sitting like in the stands, immediately the first thought any sane person would be like, if there's a fire in this place, it is fucking over. I'm telling you, the seats, like, you have room to sit. Mind you got room to sit. But if you got to, like, walk past anybody that's sitting down, it's a fucking nightmare. Everybody has to get up. It's a whole big thing. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Comfortable.
Oh, my God. So my dumbass forgot to pay for my parking. So I get all the way in the show. I sit down in my seat. I got like gummy bears and shit. I'm like, yeah, man, you see Shane Gillis. I got to leave the venue to go pay for the park and come back. So I had to live that nightmare. I had to like do the shuffle and everybody's getting up like this fucking asshole. And then the show was fun. There was a couple really nice comedians. James McCann was on there. He's a very, very funny comedian from Australia. And he was the opener for Shane. But the only thing that sucked... Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, yeah. Who was the opener?
His name is James McCann.
That sounds familiar.
He has this podcast like called the James McCann Catamaran Plan. And like a catamaran's like a type of boat. And his whole podcast is he's like, I'm just doing this to make enough money to get a catamaran so I could sail with my family. And like, he's just some Christian dude from Australia, but he's actually funny as fuck, dude. He's a very funny guy. And it was my first time seeing his stand-up. I had seen him on Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast a bunch and stuff like that. But he killed it. And then, of course, Shane goes up there and destroys. But Shane is a big drinker, Bud Light guy. And the dogs, the fans, everyone likes to drink. So there was a couple people, like the guy sitting right next to me. I can't even tell you how many times I got so scared that this guy was going to fucking puke on me.
Really?
Yeah, he was sitting there like sleeping. And then every now and then he'd like, suck a dick. You know what I mean? And fucking, and then like, he would go like, and like burp and stuff like that. I don't want to do it too much into the microphone, but he would just make these weird noises. And there was times where I would completely miss a joke because I was just side-eyeing this dude, just being like, if he throws up on me, I'm going to fucking throw him down the stands, dude. Like, there's no way I'm dealing with that, dude. You fucking kidding me? You got to be out of your fucking mind. But it was a good show. Shane put on a great performance. I had a very awesome time. But Shane recently was on the show Hot Ones. You familiar with that one?
Yes, definitely.
Not such a great performance from Mr. Gillis on that show.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think it's the host, Sean Evans. And not necessarily, I've never heard anything, seen anything on Twitter that says like, oh, Shane and him are not friends or not cool or something. But the whole energy of the show was just very off. It just seemed like they just had no idea who each other were until they stepped foot in the same room.
Whoa.
But Hot Ones, obviously Shane has seen the show. He even said he's seen the show, but they just had that energy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And people are roasting him up in the comments and stuff like that. So I wanted to take a look at the Shane Gillis performance because I I had seen the Hot Ones thing before seeing him live, and I'm a huge Shane Gillis. We love Shane Gillis around here. All right. Anytime Shane Gillis tells a joke,
another one.
We need another one.
Another one.
We need another one. Shane Gillis is great. All right. Don't get me wrong. But that Hot One shit was just no goddamn good. And then I saw him live. So I was like, man, I can't believe it. Like, what happened? Because I thought for a second watching it, I was like, is the fame getting to him or something like that? You know what I mean? Or like, is he just having like issues or something? Maybe his ticket sales are not that great, but the show I went to was sold out. You know what I mean? So I was like, what the fuck is this? And the shows it was a birthday present. So it's not like I wasn't going to go. And I would have went whether it was a birthday present or not. You know what I mean? Shane Gillis is the shit. It's the Taylor Swift of men, goddammit. So I wanted to jump into these timestamps and kind of just skim over the Hot Ones interview and just see. I'll give you a little bit of a taste of kind of what it was like to see Shane Gillis and the way that this whole interview kind of went about. So immediately in the interview, Shane is like, I don't know why I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Like not even a minute in. They get like not even a minute in, and Shane's like, I don't know why I'm even doing this. And it seems like a joke, right? Mm-hmm. But then we get further on in the episode, and just the energy never changes. Watch, you'll see.
Very much.
You strike me as a guy who can throw down on some wings. How are you around hot sauce?
I can definitely throw down some wings, but I don't think I'm going to do great. And I'm truly nervous. I don't know why I did this. For real. I mean, you're great, but...
Well, there's no turning back
now,
you
see,
Shane. You ready to get started?
Right there, you see, like, right out the rip, obviously it sounds like it could be a joke. You know what I mean? Because everyone knows the dynamic of the show.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to get his asshole blasted, and he knows it. So it could just be chalked up to that, right?
Right. But
just, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it from a weird lens. But they just right after this, immediately Sean starts asking him questions, and they're like basic comedian interview questions. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like, it's not going to be the next time code that we're going to take a look at right now, but as an example, he might ask him like, have you ever had a heckler in the crowd? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you're like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, this is basic bullshit stuff. And it's just throughout the whole interview, you're kind of like, what would make you ask these dumb ass questions? And just the way that Sean Evans interviews people, it sounds like he's reading off of a fucking cue card, like he's a goddamn robot or something.
That's very true.
You ever notice that?
He had, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had an interview with Maya Rudolph.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously she definitely put on a performance, but like you can see the question or questions he was asking her. And I think at one point, I forget what question it was, but she was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You're asking me that question right now? And like, you can see that it is a performance, but to a certain degree, you're like, yeah, why are you asking that kind of question right now? Like, what?
There has to be some reality in that a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's all jokes and stuff, but comedy comes from a place of truth, my friend. Mm-hmm. Listen to some of these dumb questions.
What makes tire shops funny, or at least a setting that can hold the full weight of a workplace comedy?
Stop it right there.
What makes
tire shops funny? That's the first fucking question. What makes tire shops funny? Jesus Christ.
What?
So this is because he has a show called Tires on Netflix. He got it, and it just came out recently. It's not the worst show. To be honest, being a huge Shane Gillis fan, I actually kind of didn't like it that much. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I got to watch it again. I'm not sure. But, I mean, it's got all my favorite people. I love Tommy Pope. I love Shane Gillis. But it just wasn't all that great. So that's why he's asking the question. But, like, to phrase it like that, like, what makes tire shops funny? And then you'll see, like, he asks, like, what makes tire shops funny? And then immediately Shane is like, what makes tire shops funny? You know what I mean? And right away, and before he goes to answer, watch, listen, you'll hear it.
Or at least a setting that can hold the full weight of a workplace comedy.
What makes a tire shop funny? It's just I worked in a tire shop.
See, he's like, what?
And it's just crazy people working together, dudes that are nuts every day, like physical fights. Like it's crazy.
It's kind of amazing that you were able to make this show with a close-knit group of longtime collaborators. How much of Tires is...
So, right there, it's kind of just, is it me or is he like short wording the answer, kind of?
Yeah, I mean, because like it almost seems like it threw him off, which I wouldn't be surprised that it did, because it was like he asked the question, then he repeats it in a almost polite way, where basically what he said was, "What kind of fucking question did you just ask?"
Yeah. He's like, "Hey Shane, I've actually never watched a single episode of your show, so I just wanted to ask you, what makes tire shops funny?" You know what I mean? And fucking
look at this dude.
What are we talking about, dude?
I honestly want to know who like the producer is, because you really did not prepare this guy at all for this show. Like, at least give him some pointers where, like, if he didn't watch Shane's show, then at least you can know what you're talking about. But he seems like it's just weird. He just doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and I'm just making an assumption. He might have actually watched Shane's stuff, but just, you see what I'm saying? The questions are just so fucking...
Yeah, exactly. Like, of course, he might have watched it. You're right. But already, the first question? That's like... Okay.
He's like, why is your show even funny? Like, is basically what he's saying. Fucking, so let's look at this. The whole point of the show is to eat wings. Look at the way Shane eats these wings. Now, this is an unpopular opinion on my part that I will get into right after we watch this.
Look at those mechanics, yeah. Giving that a rip.
Look at that. Stop that real fast.
Whoa.
Look, that was insanity. Look at the way he goes into it. Like, once again, this might be unpopular on...
I feel great.
I might be wrong here. I don't know. Right?
Look at those mechanics.
But look at that. What's about to transpire here is something that's always skeeved me out when people eat wings. Have you seen this before, Andy?
When they put basically the whole wing in their mouth?
And they just like twist it, and all that comes out is the naked bone.
Yeah. My mom does that.
Woo! That is a rough one, dude.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
All the gristle and the knuckle stuff that's in there. And
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've asked her why she does that. And she's like, to get everything out, to make it clean. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't like, all that extra stuff? She's like, just spit it out. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, my family, but I'm Puerto Rican, we're brown, right. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
The brown people, they're like, you're leaving a lot of fucking meat on that goddamn bone, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, that's always the way that it is. I remember I worked one time in this kitchen where I was the whitest thing in the kitchen, and I'm Puerto Rican. So I was working with like a bunch of these black dudes, and every now and then, right before the restaurant would open, right after we prepped everything, before the restaurant would open, we would all like get wings and put them in the fryer and get wings for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And they always gave me shit. They'd always be like, "What? We're paying for these wings. You fucking leaving all the meat on the shit, you motherfucker." I'd be like, "God damn, dude." But yeah, that's just wild. Look at him fucking rip that thing out. God, watch this. Look at this.
Yeah, giving that a rip.
He had a little chin dribble. Now,
that's great.
Look at watch.
Yeah.
I was saying that's it right there. So like I was saying, they have like a very awkward energy, and we're not really seeing it displayed too much because I'm only jumping into the timelines quick,
Right. Yeah.
But you'll see right here in this next one, we'll actually let this one play out a little bit. You could kind of see where it starts to play in and that awkward tension really settles in.
Okay.
It's great. It's great. It's great. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, little saltiness to it a little bit.
My manager's here, and she's really, really excited about this. For real, she's fucking delighted that she knows how upset I am about this all day. I was like, this is gonna suck.
You know, doing
She
this
was like,
show.
you're gonna love it. I was like, you'd fucking do it. She was like, I would never do it.
Well, you know what?
Look
yeah,
at
we
that
have
right
extra
there.
wings, you know.
He's like, my manager, I'm gonna fucking kill this fucking bitch, man, for making me come on this dumb shit.
For real.
Now, to say something like that, it's, once again, even though you're joking, it puts an awkward tension in the air
Yeah.
for the interview. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't, like, if I was Sean Evans, I'd be like, I know I suck at asking questions, but I mean, you know, his questions are actually good. It's the way he blurts them out
Yeah.
that really fucking throws me off, man.
Bruh.
That shit is too much. But yeah, Shane's just like, I don't know why I don't want to do this. This is fucking too much. My asshole, my poor asshole. You know what I mean? He's like, why did I even say this? And of course, his fucking leech of a manager. That's what these people are, these managers. They're fucking leeches, man. And his leech of a manager was probably like, Shane, this is going to be the greatest thing for your career. This is going to be the greatest thing since SNL, Shane. And then he goes on to ask more dumb questions. You know what I mean?
At practice.
Have you at all gotten swept up into the like WNBA hype that's going on right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. I love it. WNBA, you kidding me? I can't get enough. It's fucking high-flying action.
See what I'm talking about right there?
What?
The most awkward fucking tension, bro.
Oh yeah, I fucking love it.
Yeah, he's like, I should be at home playing NBA 2K right now, slamming in actual wings and drinking Bud Lights responsibly.
I just love how he's like, are you kidding me? Like, as if that's common knowledge. Like, you kidding me?
Well,
I'm
this-
such a fucking fan.
Now, remember, I was making the joke about being like, if I've never watched your show once, Shane, but I'm going to ask you these questions, right?
Right, yeah.
If you watch Shane's podcast, they've been talking about the WNBA and Caitlin Clark for like the past 3 fucking episodes. So this is he's probably in his head. He's probably like, this guy actually doesn't watch any of my shit.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but he's going with it. He's Shane Gillis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These doughy whites, man, they don't like confrontation like that. You know what I mean? These doughy whites like Shane Gillis, these fucking Michelin men, they don't like the confrontation, bro. And you could tell he's trying to muscle through this. Now watch when Shane really starts feeling it, when he starts getting into the real heat of the wings, dude. And he's just more coughing, more fucking, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? It's the whole thing.
It was fucking hot.
Yeah. This is where the game changes.
His
I can
face,
tell.
do you see that? Go back
But
to
you're
that.
skeptical.
I-
You're going
Hit the time code again, and we'll pause it when it gets to his face. Watch his face. I'm gonna hit pause on that.
What
Watch.
fucking
Look at this.
Yeah.
Right
Look
there.
at that. Look at that. Watch. We're gonna zoom in on that. You can. He's just like. He's rethinking his whole afternoon. He's like, "What the fuck is this bullshit?"
Ooh.
I could be at home in Austin slamming Bud Lights by the pool responsibly, goddammit. Instead, I'm fucking here. And watch, you can keep playing it. It's more awkwardness.
This is where the game changes.
I can tell. It's
But you're
good.
skeptical.
I
You're
eat
going
it.
back in.
You gotta eat it.
That's a man who regrets
What's the worst
it.
thing that's happened to somebody on this show?
Well,
Someone puked before?
not on set, or at least that I know about.
That's how bad it is. Shane's like, let me ask you a fucking question real fast. You know what I mean? He's like, now that we're here, let me ask you a fucking question real quick, man. You know? It's so fucking it's so bad. It's so watching if you watch this uninterrupted, you know, we're going through the time codes, but it's just wild. Now, listen to this. When he asks go to 1044. This is probably the dumbest question by far. Or no, it's got to be one of them. You know what I mean? It might be the dumbest. I don't know. But these questions get worse and worse and worse. Listen to this.
Off the top of your head, without thinking about it too much, what's your Mount Rushmore of gas station snacks? You know, I feel like comedians really are like the ultimate arbiters of...
What kind of questions are these?
I think I'm over this already.
He's like a 5-year-old or something, but that's asking an actual adult stuff. He's like, what makes tires funny? What's your favorite gas station snack? What's it? Like, it just it gets worse, man. It gets worse. Watch, listen to the next question. He goes to the next one. The questions really are dumb as fuck. It's crazy.
I took a pretty small bite.
It's all right. No shame in that. No shame in that, Shane. But still surviving over here. What stands out in your memory is the funniest prank phone call you've ever pulled off successfully?
Stop. Stop. This is the shit that I'm talking about. And Shane is just sitting here like, I could be anywhere but here. Like, you know what I mean? He's just like, what the fuck is happening? It's so bad. It's so bad. And you know why? It's probably because Shane's probably hung over as fuck. You know what I mean? He's probably I got a little too responsible last night. Those Bud Lights. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck to do. Watch, you'll see how shaky his hands are. You could tell he had a fucking bender last night. Watch this.
It's fucking... Oh, I'm scared.
You see that?
There you go. Oh, fuck.
It ain't the heat, dog. That ain't the heat that's doing that to you. I'm telling you, that is not the heat. You know? He's running out of steam. He's running out of steam. And once again, the whole tension is just... Play the last one real fast. At the end, once again, he says it. I'm happy to be here.
Let's go.
I mean, I'm happy to be here, for real, but and you're great. I'm sorry. All right.
That is awkward as shit, like, to say that. Like, that's how you know it's real. Like, all the times I was talking about it before, I was like, oh, you know, it might be. But that's how you know it's actually real.
Yep.
Because he's like, you're great and all. Like, I am happy to be here. Like, that shit is real. He's like, fuck this goddamn show. I don't want to fucking be here, dude. And Sean Evans has got some funny shit behind him, too, that's happened to him in this past year. I highly doubt that has anything to do with it. But, like, that guy was dating, like, this porn star earlier this year.
Whoa.
And Adam22 had tweeted, because Adam22 had done a scene with her, like, in the past, like, years ago or something, maybe. Okay. And Adam22 had sent a tweet that tagged both of them, and he was like, congratulations on the new girlfriend. Her pussy's fire, bro. And then, like, right after, their relationship goes viral, and maybe 2 days after that tweet, he broke up with her. So, like, this guy is fucking... Like I said, I doubt that Shane is like, oh, fuck this cuck, you know what I mean? But
Right.
But it's just funny that I never liked this guy's interview style, but apparently 13.5 million people do, so maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know. You know what I mean? These podcasts and this is kind of a podcast, maybe. It's more of a show, you know?
Right, yeah.
But these podcasts are getting out of fucking hand, man. The next one we're going to check out is called Madhouse. It's the Madhouse by Maddy Smith, right? This show is insane. I'd never heard of this girl until I stumbled upon her podcast, but apparently she's from like Wild 'N Out or something like that.
Oh, get out.
Yeah. I don't know if she's like a longtime cast member or, you know, just whatever.
Right.
But this, like... I don't watch Wild 'N Out now. I used to watch it when I was younger.
Right.
And when you see this, like, you're gonna realize why I don't watch Wild 'N Out anymore.
Okay.
Watch play this one real fast. This is insane.
Hey, oh. Welcome to the Madhouse. My name is Maddy Smith. I'm sitting with my friend, Caroline, the bitch. Hey.
Jesus
Maddy Smith
fucking
and Caroline
Christ.
the bitch.
All right. So now you understand, like, this podcast is going to be full of this kind of fucking energy, man. It's insanity.
Weird.
And it's not, the craziest thing on the internet. It's not like 4chan level weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I watched it, I was like, okay, that can't be the whole podcast, right? It's the whole fucking podcast. The whole podcast is like this. Immediately, she brings up the soundboard. What is it? She says, I have a soundboard. Why? Listen to this.
Everyone, the rumors are true. I downloaded a soundboard app, so things are about to get...
Pause that shit. Fuck your soundboard, goddammit. It's not even connected to the audio, man. What the fuck?
Bruh.
This is a soundboard. You have to have the soundboard in the sound. She's just like playing it from her phone. You're just playing files from your fucking phone, man. And look at the fucking face. This is the definition of this podcast, is this right here. Look at that shit.
Looks like a psychopath.
Bro, that girl will fucking find a way for you to get her pregnant and then fucking drain you of child support money in a heartbeat, dude. It is insane. She'll pull one of those fucking True Detective forced cream pies on you. Wrap her legs around you and like not let you get out. She'll be like, you motherfucker. Like, I need the check. You know? The soundboard is just too much for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I started, watching. And then I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, seriously, what the fuck is this? It was insane. Watch this shit.
That's from What's Up, you guys? Welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to the Madhouse. Oh, welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to the Madhouse.
Bro, all right. We are like not even 5 minutes into the show.
I know.
And this girl is fucking raping your ear with this dog shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. She might be funny. I've never seen her stand up or anything. I didn't even know she was on Wild 'N Out. She said it in the show. That's the only reason I knew.
Right.
And what episode? Episode 16. See, why?
She's got 2.2K views. I mean, I'm wondering, is she doing something right? Or is it just by coincidence? Is it just because her name's on it? That's what I'm wondering. Because
I don't know.
Like you said, we're a minute and change in. How is someone tuning in? I get you did it, to bring it to the show. You tortured yourself because you're giving the viewers a heads up. Don't watch this. Or
don't say it
listen to
as
this.
torture. Hate watching is a fucking Olympic sport for me. I can do it all day. It doesn't matter for me. All right? I'd watch the fuck.
It's for me, like you said, my ears are being raped right now. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't waste my time on this. Like, what is she doing? I wonder, what is she doing right that people aren't watching?
I don't know. 2.2 in a week, and she's a small podcast. It's 16 episodes and stuff. But that's got to be all Wild 'N Out views. You know what I mean? Like hardcore fans of Wild 'N Out coming over. But the one thing I will give to her is her fucking set is fucking pretty sick for a chick.
I do like it.
You know what I mean?
Like
yeah. If I was a girl podcaster, I would want my set to be something like that. Some big old lip couches and shit like that.
Yeah, when the camera tunes into her co-host, I'm like, oh, I like the whole set. Like it definitely vibes. It matches.
Yeah. But these little fucking you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is happening here? And it won't stop. It won't stop. You think, oh, it's a minute in the episode, 5 minutes in the episode, whatever, 3 minutes in the episode. It'll go away eventually, right? It doesn't. It does not go away. Watch. You'll see.
Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido, Miami. Welcome to the
No, dude. See? This truly is the Madhouse. This is the Madhouse. You walk in that motherfucker and you better be alert, dude, because this chick will stab you at any given moment in the fucking goddamn. If you're in her place, she's like Rorschach. If you were to like break into this chick's house, she would be like Rorschach in the fucking Watchmen in that prison scene where he's like, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. You know what I mean? She would fucking kill you, dude, in a fucking heartbeat. Jesus. And then she just goes on to just say a bunch of like random shit, ruin a couple of nice moments. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is the kind of stuff that people want to watch nowadays, I guess. I don't know.
You know how awesome it is for your self-esteem to have like a cat laying on you when you wake up? You're like, well, at least someone likes me. It really is a self-esteem booster.
Yeah.
And she has no idea that I'm a shithead.
Right.
She thinks I'm awesome.
Yeah.
I can be like, hey, what's up, bitch? Lick my clit. And she's like, I love you.
It's like my dog.
See,
too.
She has no idea.
When that part came up, I was kind of like, oh, she's talking. I love my cat. You know what I mean? My cat,
Right.
I love my cat. And then she goes, and then I just, you know, look at my cat. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Lick my clit. Like, fuck you. You know what I mean? She's like fucks the whole goddamn moment up. You know?
Yeah, I felt the same thing. I was like, oh, that's sweet. And then she said, I'm like, oh, okay.
But this is comedy. This is comedy. You know what I mean? But and it's funny because she's like, my cat doesn't know how much of a shithead I am. My cat loves me no matter what. My cat doesn't know that everyone on the internet hates me. Watch, listen to her. She says a bunch of shit like this.
That everyone hates me and that people call me annoying on the internet and send me messages that say I want a cream pie your white ass.
Why
She has no
would
idea.
anyone call you annoying? I couldn't. Why would anyone say that to someone like you? I couldn't imagine anyone saying that to someone like you. Ever. The same girl who's fucking in the microphone like beep bop bitty bop 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 bitty bop bop bop, like scatting into the microphone like Liza Minnelli and shit. Crazy. But this part of the podcast actually did get me because she starts talking about this place in a nice little shithole called Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I used to live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So when she started talking about this, she has like this, I don't know, it's like some bucket list thing, a New Year's resolution or something. I don't know, to eat a hot dog. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you putting that on like a bucket list type thing to eat a hot dog? Just go buy a fucking pack of hot dogs and get it over with, you fucking cuck.
Right.
Like, shit or get off the pot, bitch. But she starts talking about this place called Coney Island Hot Dogs in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I'll tell you right now, is she starts talking about the quality of the hot dogs, but she mentions nothing about the quality of the people. I'll tell you, they match the quality of the hot dogs over there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That place sucks, dude. I lived there for like 2 years. Picture living in a place that has the same exact climate as New Jersey, but people are a fourth of the IQ, right? Everyone looks like something out of fucking Hills Have Eyes. And Fort Wayne is the second biggest city in the state, right? So everybody acts like they're living in fucking New York. It's fucking crazy over there. Fort Wayne, Indiana is like 1/100th the size of New York. It has none of the fun shit to do in New York, none of the cool people, none of the cool activities, yet people act like you know how New York, it's very progressive nowadays. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People try to act like these New York fucking hipsters out there in Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne will forever have a stain in my heart. I lived there for 2 years and regret it. Okay, I will say that now. But listen to her talk about Coney, because I can back this the fuck up. This is crazy.
This weekend I was in Fort Wayne. On my summer bucket list is to eat a hot dog.
Okay.
But the hot dog that I had in Fort Wayne does not fulfill what I'm trying to have.
Why?
I went to a place in Fort Wayne called Coney Island Hot Dogs. Yeah. I'm like,
Ballsy.
We're in Indiana. And
Good point.
I guess this place, and I don't know,
bad
you
point.
can look it up, if Coney Island hot dogs are like this or if it's just this place that's called that. But it's the steamed bun. Have you ever
Oh,
had that
give it
hot
a
dog on
pause
steamed
right there. Look it. Her face says it all, dude. It's the steam bun. It's the steam bun. Ah. But I will say this bitch is cooking right now with what she's saying. These Coney Island dogs to have the audacity to be in the middle of the goddamn country, you know, the Midwest, and try to pull off anything that's infamous from New York is crazy talk, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Stick to cooking like scrapple and shit, whatever they eat over there in Fort Wayne. Beans over the fire. You know what I mean? I don't know. Corn, maybe. There's a lot of farming out there in Indiana. But for that's a very valid point that she's making. For a place to try to make these goddamn hot dogs is insane. And I've eaten a lot of Coney dogs in my 2 years of living in Fort Wayne, and the only thing that makes them good is, I think, even at the heights of inflation, they're like $1.10 a piece or something. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? You could go in there with $10 and walk out with like 40 hot dogs, and now your whole family's eating, baby. We're all eating, all right? You know? And wait, all right, let's take a look at these. I put a link to what these hot dogs actually look like in the show notes. Wait until you get a view on these hot dogs, Andy. Wait, look at this. Look at this bullshit.
No.
This is it. Open some of these photos, man. Let's see all 87. I can't even believe I ate hot dogs like that. Holy shit. Look at the chili. Was that even chili? Or is it soup? Looks like it has slices of bananas in it. But we all know that they're supposed to be oyster crackers, right? I mean, she wasn't lying about these hot dogs. This whole place in general. Jesus Christ. What the... Bro. If I went to a place and they handed me a slice of cheesecake the way that they do you see that one cheesecake? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's the Coca-Cola bottle is probably the best thing looking on all these photos. So far.
Oh yeah. But the one thing I will say is if you catch them bitches and you're slammed out drunk, woo baby. Woo baby.
Another one.
You'd be like, let me get a Coney dog.
Another
Let me
one.
get 2 Coney dogs. You fucking wasted as shit.
Another
Let me get
one.
3 Coney dogs. You're just fucking, oh god, you're falling over the fucking bench and shit. That's when it's okay to eat these hot dogs. It's not okay to eat these hot dogs any other time. So she's completely right. She's 100% right. If you want to eat hot dogs, let me fill you guys all in on a little secret. If you want to eat hot dogs, you go to the store, you get one of those like kosher type dogs or some maybe Nathan's, you know what I mean? Sabrettes, maybe. Stuff with a snappy skin. You want it to go when you bite into it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, you take those hot dogs. Normal people will say to throw them in boiling water, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. This is where you're fucking up, throwing the hot dogs and boiling them in water. You are not at the ballpark. You do not have the dirty water that it takes to make the optimal boiled hot dog, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you take the hot dog, you put it on a piece of tin foil, and you throw it in the oven at 350 degrees, and you let it bake in the oven until the whole outside is crisp, goddammit.
Bruh.
Tell me, after making a hot dog like that it's not the best hot dog you've ever eaten. You could practically soak the bun in water. It would still be snappy when you chewed into it. It's that goddamn good. We don't need
I'll have
Coney
to try
dogs.
that.
We do
No,
not need
not
Coney
these.
dogs.
Not these.
No,
not
no,
these,
no, no.
Don't.
I'm telling you, a piece of tinfoil in the oven, 350, take it out, maybe toast the buns, or you can pan sear them with some butter, get a little fucking hard edge on the inside of them bad boys, a little ketchup, a little raw onion, a little mustard, maybe some chili. If you put chili, obviously leave out the condiments, and you're good. You don't need to make it crazy. They made it simple and still fucked it up. So I don't know what the fuck that is.
I really don't like to have 4.5 out of 5
Dude,
rating.
when I
And
was
then
in...
I know we're judging from the picture. You have experience. I'm judging from a picture. I don't like the fact that this has a 4.5. Like, I don't believe this should have a 4.5 at all.
I'm telling you, Andy, when I was living in Fort Wayne, before I ever stepped foot into this place, people had told me about it non-stop, dude. They talked about a place like this and another place called Jimbo's, which is like their knockoff of White Castle, kind of. And you walk into that place, Jimbo's, and immediately, if you could go in there to pick up a to-go order and you are going to leave and smell like fucking sauteed onions for the rest of the day. But people in Fort Wayne love this dog shit. Love this dog shit. And she goes on to talk about this kind of food, and then she goes, oh, I love the food in London. Bitch, have you seen the food in London?
Like, if I'm not mistaken, the food in London, the popular food in London is Indian food.
It's not even their own food.
Yeah,
people that like the food from London are stupid. They are something is wrong with their brains if they like it. You go to London and they're like, this is gonna be the best lunch you ever had, and it's like 3 slices of fish and like a tomato with like some beans and shit. You're like, what the fuck are you guys doing mixing this shit together? Like, what the fuck? It's crazy. Their breakfast has beans. You're like, whoa, dude, this is too much. You know, listen to her. She's like, they got good food in London.
They have good food in London.
No, we didn't have a bad meal.
Yeah, I like London. I like how it's so
trash.
vast.
All right, forget it. Everything she says is immediately discounted. You said London has good food. Okay. And the way that I'm beating the hell out of this soundboard. I know I am. I like it. It makes me happy. But when I see her use her quote unquote soundboard, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, watch this shit. It's a phone.
He would pop in, they were saying less and less.
Yeah. Well, that sucks because more people should watch us. We have a live band. Hey, let's give a shout out to our live band. Rock on, you guys.
You see what I'm saying? This shit makes me not even want to have a goddamn soundboard. And that's her producer sitting next to her. That's not the guest.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? Like, your producer's not your co-host. Like, they talk back a couple times throughout the show, but it's like, what, you're having a full conversation? Could you imagine if Joe Rogan had a full conversation with Jamie? This fly. Fucking sitting here talking. Joe Rogan at least doesn't have fucking a fly haunting his goddamn studio. Right? But yeah, that shit just makes me want to ditch the soundboard so bad. That music is just fucking. And then listen, she has like phone calls that call in. Every single person that calls in, this part actually got me laughing because it's not something she did. It's something that's happening to her. But like every single person that calls in and leaves these voicemails on her line is just bragging about having sex. Like every single one of them. She calls it, this one got me laughing actually. It's funny.
Other younger girl to know. Thanks for calling the FUBA hotline. How can I help you?
Okay, so there was this one time in high school where, you know those teachers that they're not actually teachers, they just train them and they like hang around with the real teacher.
Yeah, like student teachers.
And they're like college students.
Yeah, student teachers.
To be teachers. Well, I was in 10th grade, 16 years old, and this one was from the college around our school. She was a local student. She had grew up in the area, and well, long story short, 15. I ended up fucking her in the study hall on the 3rd floor.
What the fuck?
And yeah, so I fucked this
Dude.
test.
We're good. It's a boring phone call aside from that. And then the call before that, the guy's like, I fucked this girl over the weekend and I fell in love with her. I don't know what to do because she's 45 and I'm only like 23. And I was like, dude, this is fuck. Everyone just calling her hotline like, you got some good pussy last night. It was great. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking stupid as shit, dude. I would just scrap that part of the podcast. I would just edit that. Excuse me. I just edit that out. You know? Obviously, she's got multiple cameras. I just cut that shit out.
Yeah.
You work wonders with these fucking things. You know what I mean? You people don't see everything. You think you see everything? You're fucking crazy. You know? I'm not even wearing pants. My balls are out right now. You don't know that. Because you can't see me. I'm John Cena. You can't see me. God damn it. But yeah. On the note of everybody getting laid, let's go into some of these funny videos, man. Ooh, this one had me dying. These interview style videos, like, had me kind of dying a little bit. You can go down one. These interview style videos, a lot of times I think that they're very cheesy and stupid, but every now and then you get a little sprinkle of gold. You know what I mean? You might get that fucking.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it.
You know what I mean? That was an interview clip, and we're gonna talk about Hawk to a girl a little bit later. You know, she'll definitely be a part of the show. How could she not? Everybody's fucking talking about her. You can't scroll anything for more than 2 minutes without seeing this fucking girl giving the old fucking
spit on that thing. You get me?
You know what I mean? Like she's fucking insane. But this one I thought was kind of funny.
Are you vaccinated or unvaccinated?
I am vaccinated.
You think other people could guess that?
I wouldn't see why not.
Do you think that this guy is vaccinated or unvaccinated?
I think he's vaccinated.
Why?
Because he's white. He's following the trend of people being vaccinated. Just liberal, man. Let's keep it simple.
Are you vaccinated or unvaccinated?
I'm so happy that he admitted it, because I was gonna say you start throwing pictures around to the brothers in any neighborhood, and if the person's white, they're gonna be like, that bitch ass honky is vaccinated. God damn it. 9 times out of 10, it could be any white person, and they're gonna be like, that pussy is vaccinated. I thought that was so funny that he copped up to it immediately, and the video it just escalates from here. It's funny.
Vaccinated.
I'm vaccinated.
You're unvaccinated?
I am.
Why?
Because I don't want that foreign stuff in my system. It may be some poison. No, thank you.
You think other people could guess that?
Could guess what?
That you're unvaccinated.
Yeah, they should know that man there is not vaccinated. He with that shit.
Do you think that this guy is vaccinated or unvaccinated?
Here we go again. What? Pause this.
I don't know.
So it's funny because you spend enough time around some brothers and sisters. Black people are not down with that vaccination shit.
Yeah,
they never have been down with it. It's like always been, they're like, I'm not doing that shit. It's so funny. Like for those guys that I told you about from the kitchen that I was working with, I one time overheard one of them had like a newborn, and they're like, yeah, the doctor asking me if I want to get vaccinated. My child get vaccinated. I'm like, fuck that bullshit. And at the time I was like 19, 20, 21 maybe. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want to get vaccinated? And bro, they were way ahead of the COVID curve. I'll tell you that, because they're like, that shit is all poison. It's all bullshit. This, that, and the other. And so it's kind of funny that this video is like hitting on the stereotypes without even realizing that it's hitting on the stereotypes like so fucking hard.
Probably unvaccinated.
Why?
I don't know. That's just the guess I'd make.
Is it because he's black?
No.
Why would you make that guess?
I don't know. You tell me.
What? Well,
Is it because he's black, dude?
I don't know.
See, the guy starts squirming right away.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I mean, no, it's not because he's black. I mean, I've never heard that in my life, that black people don't like to get vaccinated, you know? I don't scroll through Reddit ever for anything. You know? This video is gold, dude. It almost makes me want to start interviewing people.
I know, right? Yeah.
You can't be 35 though interviewing people on a college campus. They're gonna be like, "Get out of here, you fucking pedophile!"
Yeah.
Especially with this mustache, bro. They'd be like, get the fuck out. People start blowing horns and shit. They be like, beep, 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 beep. This guy's fucking trying to talk to me. Get him out of here.
Just the general appearance, something like that.
Are you vaccinated or unvaccinated?
I am vaccinated.
You think other people could guess that?
Maybe, who knows?
Do you think that this guy is vaccinated?
I think he is.
Why?
He looked like a douchebag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, you nailed it. You nailed it, dude.
That was good.
You nailed it.
Oh.
It's so funny to me because white people, like when they go so far out of their way, it could be black people, any other race that's not them, to be like, it's not because of their race in any way, shape, or form at all.
Right.
It makes them seem so guilty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we all got it. Racism's like COVID. You know, eventually you're going to get it. You know, it's not going to last forever. It might not last forever. But eventually you're going to get it. And, you know?
I just love how, like you mentioned, the other races that aren't white, like they'll point it out plain. Like they'll just say, oh, it's because he's Asian. Oh, it's because he's Latino. Oh, it's because whatever. But the white people were like, no, that's not right. It's not because he's black. It's not because he's this or that. And it's like, dude, just go ahead, just say it. Like, why are you scared?
Yeah. If you would have asked like an Indian guy, who'd be like, this man is unvaccinated because he's a white pussy bitch. Allah, boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he'd just be like, he's a white pussy bitch. I cannot vaccinate him. He's a pussy. You know what I mean? That shit was so funny. And once again, the interview videos are classic. Some of them. A lot of them are really fucking lame. Right. But recently, and we were talking about it earlier, Andy, online, this one interview style video with this girl, the Hawk Tuah girl.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it.
You know what I mean? That girl is taking the internet by storm. That video's been viral for like, what, 10 days maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Something like that. And you still can't stop seeing it. You know, it's that video, and it's so funny because it's not even her content. And that video, she's making good off of it. Don't get me wrong, but I could imagine across everything, the original video probably has almost 100 million views across everything. Then everything that people are sharing, those are gonna get millions and millions. Like this chick could build a whole goddamn life off of being drunk. She probably doesn't even remember having this interview. You know what I mean? So let's give the people at home a taste of the Hawk Tuah girl.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want. I love you, Pookie, forever.
How do you get over a breakup?
The only way to get over one is get under another. Get the cobwebs off this thing.
This mother don't miss.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing. You get me?
That's when she...
Bro. Dude, it's classic, dude.
I love how in the video, sincerely Pookie.
Yeah, dude.
Great.
Who's Pookie?
She had mentioned it in the.
I know.
Earlier.
I'm just wondering. It's got to be like a rapper or like an R&B singer or somebody, you know? Unless she's like literally. Imagine she's like one of those Snow Bunny trap sluts, and she's like, "Pookie back at home. He be blowing my back out all goddamn time." You know what I mean? God damn, you know. I gotta get out there. Yeah, she's fucking nutty, dude. Now that's the origins, right? That's where it started, and that's not the original clip either. Somebody just put that together, and then, you know, something about her charisma, it just is. It gets people. You know what I mean? The way she says it, and this one from a different angle, it's just so funny the way that they capture this glorious moment. Like, look at this.
Demonstrate.
Hawk to it. Spit on it. Spit on it.
She's so fucking... Dude, you could tell she doesn't remember that fucking interview at all. You know what I mean? She's not, you know, waiting for someone to hawk to it and spit on that thing. Bro, the memes for this are so rich. There are so many variations of this fucking shit. Check these out, dude. Watch. Go back to the notes, dude. I know,
Okay.
right?
Sorry.
The comments are just crazy. So this thing has been memed out all over the internet. We're talking everywhere. Like corporations are starting to get their people to get in on the action. People are memeing it left and right with stills. People are even throwing it into their, like, entertainers are actually throwing it into their act. Like the WWE has caught the bug of the huck a Tuah. Look at this.
Liv, how you feeling? Oh, I feel so good. I just got to give this scene that good old hop to it. Spin on this thing and we're good to go.
See that she's trending. She's trending. It's trending.
I actually saw, and I wish I could have got the clip to show you and show the rest of the audience. It was some product on in golf. I think it's the golf clubs, and something, I guess, cleaning it. And they used the audio of her saying that, and whoever was recording, they spit on the golf club. And they used their product to clean it, and it came off. And I'm like, shit, people are sold on it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, that's dope.
Advertisers are working there with people are making raps about it, Andy. People are making raps about it, bro. It's getting so goddamn ridiculous. Like watch, look at this guy's rap song. This is crazy.
If she don't huck to her, I don't talk to her.
That's classic right there. Pause it. We don't want to get copywritten. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, you know? Who's gonna send the goddamn police over here?
FBI, open up!
If she don't talk to her, I don't want her.
That's a classic line. If she don't talk to her, I don't talk to her. You know what I mean? And that ain't it, folks. That ain't it. Look, Andy, you're not even ready for this one, my friend. Listen to this. Bro, it's getting that bad, dude. Like, it's that bad, bro. I put that soundbite on the board. I was like, dude, that beat is fire, bro. That beat is fire, bro. Yeah. So classic. She made it to Rogan. They fucking talking about her on Rogan 2 days ago. Look, watch this.
Did you see the you got a hawk Tuah spit on that thing, girl?
Yo,
it's massive.
have you seen that girl?
Now. That girl, one video. Have you seen it, Brian?
Yeah, hawk Tuah.
One girl gets interviewed, and it's just. I love moments like that where one weird video. It's so funny that the whole world sees.
She's the most famous person on the planet right now.
So the one I saw on Instagram, the top comment underneath it.
So funny. You get that. We don't need to watch the whole. It's 3.5 hours. We don't got 3.5 hours to watch the whole Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? But yeah, like you got Rogan talking about it. You got the memes. People are memeing this goddamn thing, and they're memeing it hard, folks. When I say they're memeing it so goddamn hard. Watch this one.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Look at you.
You gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
I'm gonna come.
What can I say? Take the cobwebs off this thing.
I'm gonna do it.
No.
Oh my God!
That's how she's gonna have these dudes. I'm telling you. That chick would probably have your toes curling back like the witch in the Wizard of Oz, dude. When she had the house land on her, you know how her toes curled back all the way up in the stockings? Yeah. Take the ruby red slippers off that bitch. She's too fucking good. She's too famous. It's that crazy. And I had a couple viral videos back in my day. You know what I mean? But none of them led to this, you know? And look, 10 days in, and where's she now? If you're wondering, folks, I'll tell you. She's selling merch. She's doing meet and greets. People can't wait to hear her fucking give the old.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants her to fucking
Spit on that thing. You get me?
and it ain't gonna stop. At least not for like what 4 weeks. You know what I mean? The internet shit moves fast. 4 weeks is like 10 years. She gets a good 4 weeks out of this, she could make enough money to like not work for a couple of years. You know what I mean?
And get ready for December, because you know how December everybody recaps the whole year. She's gonna come back around. If you don't hear from her in August, September, October, just wait for Christmas and New Year's. You'll hear her back around.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at this. Tuah official from Fathead Threads.
Yeah.
That's insane. So look, this is how this viral stuff works. Like I had like maybe 2, 3, 4 videos go viral in the past. They didn't get nearly, obviously I wouldn't be in the spot I'm in right now if they did. But but like even I had like companies try to be like, hey, can we license the video for this? Can we license the video for that? Mm-hmm. Like, so people come out of the woodwork when they catch wind of like the potential that the viral video has, right?
Right, yeah.
So obviously this Fathead Threads company saw that video and immediately was like, we got to sign a deal with this chick because there is money to be made. So she's selling official merchandise right now. And they're representing, Fathead Threads is representing her and that merchandise. So she's getting a part of all the proceeds. They got the website going. The shit says they made it like a campaign. It's like Tuah 2024 or some shit. It looks like a Trump hat. It's funny as shit. And look at the picture. She's signing them. Look at, let's get a zoom on that. You can't beat that. That's so wholesome right there. Look at you signing these hats. She's fucking Tuah, bro. At the gas station. You know what I mean? Ain't no big thing. She's selling these hats at the goddamn Econo Lodge or some shit like that. And she's from Tennessee. You know? She's the only 10 I see.
I actually saw a bumper sticker on my way home today. And it was Tuah apostrophe 24.
That's
like,
what's on the hats.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that's on the hats.
To be honest with you, I know this is like a funny moment and everything, but I'm actually really happy that this right here is happening because you know how many people get like, you know, they get famous off memes and, you know, nothing ever happens, but this is dope. Like, I'm actually genuinely happy for her. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're actually making money off of something dumb that you just said, you know, like, and she could be serious, but whatever the case is, I'm happy that she's making some money off it. That's dope.
Imagine being her father and like you're sitting on the shitter scrolling through TikTok and you're like, my sweet girl, what happened? Oh. And then you're like, oh, you scroll past it and you're like, thank God that's over. You know what I mean? Little do you know, it's going to get blasted all over the fucking internet until there's no water left in that rock. You know what I mean? People are going to waste
it. Here's another one. Scrolls past that one. Another one.
Dude, that's the whole feed. You scroll on your goddamn Twitter feed, it's fucking
Another one.
all fucking this girl. You know what I mean? It's so goddamn funny. And people are going back to your point before we move on. It is nice to see because it wasn't her video and immediately she got a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? So it is awesome to see that. Because people like myself, we try so hard to get to that point, right? You know what I mean? And,
definitely.
And it's so funny how life works that way. How the people that don't try, the ones that get gifted it. Because the sad truth about it is, if the people that wanted where she was at, if the people that like want to be in that type of spot, like creators and stuff like that, if it was handed to them, they would just fucking waste it, not appreciate it, end up riding it off the rails and fucking their whole shit up. Something along the... I mean, look, Dr. Disrespect is getting fucking allegations for pedophilia. You know what I mean? Like, it never stops. So you got to always make sure you're watching your back at this type of shit. But yeah, people been memeing this out. I played you the fucking...
The EDM version.
It's so good. Hot Tuah, spit on it. Oh, dude, that shit will be stuck in my head. I'm gonna be walking to the bathroom later, like shaking my ass, like Hot Tuah, spit on it. You know what I mean? I'll be like, so
I
good.
definitely want to hear. I want to hear a DJ just come out and make a mix out of it.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know if you remember that one video of this one girl. I think she was just crying. She was recording herself crying. She was like, "What do DJs even do?" And then like the next day, this one DJ made a huge song out of it, of a huge mix. Yeah. I was like, you know what? Now that I was thinking about that with this girl, I'm like, I want to hear a mix. I want to hear a mix of Hotdog Tuah.
Did you ever hear the one where the girl, dude, girls are getting a lot of beats made on them this year. Like there was this one girl, this had to have been like 1, maybe 2 months ago, not even. And she was just talking into the camera, and she granted, she did say like, I think I just might have written like the nicest hook for the summer or something like that.
Yeah.
But she didn't have any music. She was just talking into the camera, and she goes, I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes, finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes. And then people just made all these different, all these DJs made beats out of it. And they made like drops and shit where her voice would be like, look, you know what I mean? And like, and then it drops, she's like, looking for a man in finance, 6'5", trust fund, blue eyes. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a hot beat. It was a hot beat.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't bad. But yeah, people are listening. You can play us out on this one. This is a good song to get played out on, and you know, it's been fun. Once again, we appreciate you guys joining us on Lost Aux Media. We are officially dropping the podcast from the name. It is long. I just don't have a good time saying it, and it's hard to type all that all the time. Like carpal tunnel. I'm starting to get old. You know what I mean? But yeah, we thank you for joining us at Lost Aux Media. Always a pleasure to have you. And once again, you can catch us every Wednesday, 5 a.m. Audio goes up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere else you get your podcasts. And the video episodes go up 4 p.m. YouTube, same day. Until next time, thanks for watching. Andy, play us out.
One move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing.
There was a phrase that struck a chord and took the internet by storm. A phrase for when she's spitting right onto you. A dude said this to these two chicks: what always brings a man to bliss? And she said, spit on that thing, I could do.
Good shit. Good shit.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.